of this.
Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Corey. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the details of my videos when you get a chance. I've got a lot of really good resources for you in there. I got links to my Discord server if you want to hang out with me. I got links to WHF's recruiting Discord server if you're interested in joining the WHF family. I've also got links to WHF's live streamers, so if you want to see some of our CWO wars while they're happening live, go ahead and give our live streamers a follow and you'll get notified when they're streaming those. So with that, let's get into this video. This is a war recap of the CWL invite war between WHF and Elite Gaming. Just finished yesterday. Very close war, 1-star war, very strong performance from both sides. Good game to Elite Gaming. WHF did pull off the victory this time. Kind of an interesting war in the fact that what really decided this one, it came down to Town Hall 11 play. That was the big difference in this one, kind of the big deciding factor. And when we go check out the stats in a second, you're going to see that. But definitely want to give a congratulations on an excellent, well-fought war from Elite Gaming. And with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. So here I've got the war match stats pulled up, and let's go ahead and start at the bottom, 10v10. Got to give a shout out to Elite Gaming's Town Hall 10 base builders because they hurt us big time. You know, we were shooting over 50%. For probably, you know, for definitely the most of the start of the war at 10v10, sometimes well over, but they had like 5 or 6 bases that gave us a really hard time at the end, and we ended up finishing with only a 40% hit rate at 10v10. Definitely our worst of the season, maybe one of the worst I've seen, so I definitely wouldn't count on that happening again, but you know, congratulations to Town Hall 10 base builders because they held us up. They ended up shooting a very respectable 52% Town Hall 10 hit rate. You know, once again, we had a couple bases that maybe tripped them up at the end, took several attempts. Other than that, they were well above 50% hit rate, 10v10 for most of the beginning of the war. So now we're going to go up to 11v11, and that was where our Town Hall 11s really won the battle there. Our Town Hall 11s really showed up for us. 60% hit rate, cleared 6 Town Hall 11s out of 10 attempts. That was what really turned the tide of the war for us and really set up the 12s to bring it home. So congratulations to our Town Hall 11 hitters. They're the ones that really brought home this win for us. Elite Gaming really struggled at 11v11. Only went 4 for 13 attempts, so they only cleared 4 out of 8 Town Hall 11 bases. Ended up having to use you know, several dips, 12v11, and ended up leaving 111 on the board as well. So that's really kind of what cost them the war there. Their Town Hall 11s just had a rough day. Can happen to anybody. And you go up and look at the 12v12 stats. We hit 50% 12v12, cleared 2 out of 4 attempts. Unfortunately, they only got 3 attempts at 12v12, but they cleared 2 of those for a 67% hit rate at 12v12. So very strong showing from them. At the end of the day, the Town Hall 11 play, ours showed up really strong, and theirs had a rough day, and that's really what decided this war in favor of WHF. So great game from Elite Gaming. With that, let's get into some replays, guys. This is going to be a long recap. I ended up picking out, like, there was so many great attacks to choose from. I got 2 Town Hall 12 triples. I got 3 Town Hall 11 triples and 4 Town Hall 10 triples. That is a total of 9 replays. So if you're interested in any one of those, don't feel bad. Just go ahead and fast forward to the 11v11 if that's your thing, or fast forward to the 10v10 if that's your thing. It's probably going to be over a half-hour long recap, but you know, if you want to watch the whole thing, that's great. I've got some really great attacks to show you. Let's get into those now. We're going to start out with these 2 12v12s, and this is Wise Man coming in with a 6-pack 12v12. This first hit is going to be a Sui Lalo on number 2. So bringing in 4 loons to take out that archer tower, just trying to get a funnel established over there, it looks like, because he has a wizard right behind it, cutting in the side of the funnel, bringing in the heroes. Sure enough, got those loons and that wizard to cut that funnel so those heroes would go straight in towards that town hall compartment. You notice he's got 4 wall breakers in his composition, so he's going to be breaking into that first layer there so that his queen can reach the town hall. Remember, on these town hall 12s that are upgraded to level 5 town hall, that is a really powerful Giga Tesla and a really powerful Giga Bomb that goes off even after it goes down, and that can just decimate a pack a pack of loons, a pack of hogs, a pack of miners, anything you got. So if you can get that town hall with the suicide hero portion, you're getting some really good value there. So it looks like Queen's going to be able to take out that sweeper as well, although they've already taken all of the defenses over there, so that sweeper wasn't doing much anymore anyways. Now he's going to come in with the Lalo portion of this. Looks like he's going to be trying to target that Eagle artillery early on in the raid. There's some dead space there, so it's going to be tricky, but if he gets some loons pushed in on that top side there into that wizard tower, he should be able to pinch the other loons in there, force them into that Eagle artillery compartment. Sure enough, he does get a group that splits off there. Now, it looks like he's got some CC witches he's going to have to deal with. Drops a poison. I think he kind of... Oh, no, he did. He did get the witches in there. Very nicely done. Had a blimp coming in from the very top, acting like a hound, kind of tanking for some of those loons behind, and then dropping some more of those max loons right in the core of that base. Really late warden ability there, which is great. He really didn't need it before that because he's got this base crushed. Look how many loons are left up. He's still got, I think he's still got an unpopped hound in there too. Sure enough, with that top group of loons, he still has an unpopped hound in there. Just crushes this base. Not even close. What a beautiful attack by Wise Man on this one. Well done, sir. Just wow. Very nicely done. So now we're going to go look at Wise Man's second 12v12 triple. It's going to be another Lalo attack, but this time he's going to use a wrecker entry. So, he uses some loons to get that funnel cut, take down that archer tower there. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit here. So, and some more loons on the top left there, taking out that Tesla. Once again, helping cut that funnel with some wizards as well. And bringing those heroes in with the wrecker straight again, once again, into that town hall compartment. Trying to get that town hall taken out with the suicide hero portion. That way, the loons don't have to deal with the Giga Tesla, and they don't have to deal with the Giga Bomb. So, had some CC Valks inside that wrecker. That's worth noting. Get a little extra damage in there. And we got a dragon with some archers coming out of the enemy CC here. The heroes are going to be able to take that down with a poison, no problem. Now the Queen's going to reach over the wall and grab an X-bow as well. Maybe even a sweeper and an air defense too. Wow. So here he's coming in once again. He's trying to take out that Eagle artillery really soon in the raid. Has a freeze down on the sweeper and the Eagle. Gets a nice big pack of loons in there in a rage to take out that Eagle. Got another big pack of loons working around the kind of the bottom of this base with more loons coming in to support him. Goes ahead and uses that Grand Warden ability coming into a wizard tower there. Just a nice big pack of loons left. Wow, 3 hounds still left up, unpopped. I think he sees that. That could be a problem for cleanup, so he's going to have a lot of patience. Let those hounds get out in front. Let them get locked on by that single, and get him popped so we can get some pups out to help clean up this base. Of course, he did bring several of his own minions, and he's got those already working on cleanup as well. Goes and drops the heal, covering that last big section of defenses, right where they're going to be coming into contact with that wizard tower. So, unfortunately, the pathing is not great to that wizard tower, so they don't go to it right away, but he's going to have a nice big pack of max loons. Go over and take it out with 1 drop. 2 unpopped hounds still on this one. Wow. That base got wrecked. Another just beautiful attack by Wise Man. Another beautiful 12v12 triple on this one. Just clean up at this point. It's going to take a while since there's 2 unpopped hounds in there, so just 4 times it through the rest of this. Beautiful, beautiful raid by Wise Man. Excellent 6-pack. 2 very, very convincing lava loon triples. So with that, now we're going to get into Town Hall 11 attacks. We're going to take a look at Jawalu's hit on number 8. This is going to be a Queen Charge Hog attack with a twist. So this is a Queen Charge with no wall breakers. It's going to use the Wall Wrecker. The Queen's going to, first of all, she's going to take out a nice little section of this base on the left, nice little beginning to the walk, take out a few defenses, and then meet up with that Wall Wrecker around 6, coming into that base. So you don't need any wall breakers, and also that Wall Wrecker is going to do quite a bit of tanking for the Queen on the way in, and then rage the Valks that are coming out of that, get a nice chunk of that base taken out, and then even after those Valks die out and all that stuff, you're still left with a Queen Charge in the middle of that base. So 3 rages, 3 heals, got 30 hogs for this base, and Here we go. First rage is down on that Queen Warden combo. She was coming into quite a few point defenses, getting pretty low on health there. So drops the king down on the right-hand side of 6 o'clock there. Go ahead and get that other side of the funnel established. You don't want your wrecker to break into the base and your queen to just keep walking around. So cutting in that side of the funnel, make sure that she follows that wrecker inside of there. He still only used 1 rage at this point. Definitely worth noting. Has that wall wrecker coming in. Goes ahead and pops the king a little bit early just to go ahead and really make sure that funnel gets established. Really don't want your queen walking around there. So now the wall wrecker's breaking in that second layer there. Got the poison down on the enemy CC. Going really beautifully. And if you'll notice, he still has only used 1 rage so far on this raid. But he's getting ready to bring down the second rage on those Valks coming out of that wall wrecker. They're going to take out the enemy queen. They're going to take out the eagle artillery. Now he's got a rage on his queen behind because that eagle did get off some shots on her. And she's coming into some heavy damage. Let's pause this. Look at how much base he got taken out on this base with the queen charge, with the wrecker, and 3 rages. And you'll notice his queen still has an ability. His warden still has ability. The queen is still full health in there on this charge. So she's still doing work on the core of this base while those hogs are beginning to come around from the side. She's in there taking out X-bows. Now she's going to target that multi. Then she'll step up and probably take out that enemy king as well so the hogs don't have to worry about him. Got that second heal coming down on those hogs. We do have a nice little Tesla farm on the back end by that town hall. Ooh, goes and pops that warden ability, saves all those hogs that were in it, as well as both heroes. Very nicely done. The queen does get distracted. She's not taking out that enemy king yet, so that's unfortunate. But he's got so many hogs left, and, you know, queen with full health, I don't think it's going to be an issue. He got a healer swap onto those hogs. That's beautiful. So as they're running along, they're getting healed up by some of those level 5 healers as well. So the enemy king's still chasing him. We got Skellies chasing him. They're just not going to be able to stop him. Not with those healers. Not with the queen and all the cleanup on there. This raid is done. Wizard finally locks on and kills that enemy king the rest of the way. The queen must have got several shots off on him in the core of that base because he was really low health. But beautiful queen charge, wrecker, hog attack by Jawalu on that one, aka Hex. Now I'm going to show another one of those hits. This one is done by Lex. Same style hit here, different base though, but it's going to work just as well. He's even starting in the same spot as Hex did on that other base there. So, you know, since we just watched one, I'm going to go ahead and ×2 this because we did watch the first one pretty slow. But another beautiful example of using this attack to really get deep into that base with the queen charge and plenty of hogs left with 3 heals to take care of the rest of it. So first rage is down, gets that enemy king already taken care of on the entry of that base, using his king to funnel the other side, just like he would with a queen charge. And already that wrecker's in there, the poison's down, rage is down on those Valks coming out. Sorry, it's hard to keep up with this. But you're seeing the same thing, the same objectives taken out on this queen charge as you were on the other one. You know what I mean? Taking out a huge chunk of the base, getting both heroes, getting definitely the enemy queen, hopefully getting the eagle artillery, which she finally does curve back around and do, and enemy CC taken out as well. So we're just left with a nice little path around the rest of this base for those hogs to take care of with those 3 heals. Queen is still very much alive in there, although she does get targeted by that single target inferno. She does step out of range of that. Now, even if she would have gone down to that single target inferno, at that point, you get an opportunity for those healers to switch onto those hogs. So another beautiful queen charge hog attack by Lex. Very nice hit. So now we're going to take a look at Vince's hit on number 6. This is going to be a Wrecker Lalo attack. So let's see how Vince, aka Mexigram, pulls this one off. So bringing down a Wrecker along with 2 baby dragons to cut in the funnel. Heroes are coming in, looking to have those heroes follow that wrecker into that base. He does have a freeze because he is going straight into that single target inferno. Luckily, that single gets locked on a baby dragon there for a bit, so he probably could have saved that freeze. But definitely going to get it taken out before it really has a chance to lock on any of those heroes at all. So that's very, very nice. Has enemy CC coming out. Got a small CC with some witches and baby dragon. Poison's going to be really effective at taking care of that. Looks like his king is down at this point, but the queen's still definitely doing some work in there. And she finally gets that last witch taken care of. Notice his queen is still full health. She does still have an ability, so he's going to be able to pop that ability, get some more value out of her, including another air defense, and even an expo as well. Now coming in from the right-hand side with that Lalo, has Lava Hounds out in front, tanking for loons behind. Going to use some hastes on those first sections of defenses to really get those loons sped into that base. Has a Rage for the core. Going to cover that Eagle, a Sweeper, and 2 Expos with that Rage. So those loons are just going to crush through that portion. Uses his Warden ability. Managed to catch almost all of his loons in that. So they're just still rock and rolling in there. Nice and invincible. Now they're coming out of that Rage into a heal spell. So going to be able to heal all those loons up to full health. Coming into that last small section of the base with still a haste to get them through it. This base is crushed. Very nice opener with that Wrecker Hero entry. Got some great value there. And a really nice Lalo. Look how many loons he's got left. Tons of loons. I don't even know. 20? Probably more. Because that's 2 really tight groups with a lot of loons in them. Crushes this base. Going to ×4 it through the rest of this. Excellent hit by Vince on this. Very nice record, Lalo. So with that, we're finally going to get into these Town Hall 10 hits, and we're going to start this off with a really unique attack by Lime Killer on number 13. This is I believe it's a Gobo Low. You notice there was no Law in there. There's no Lava Hounds in this army composition. He's coming in with like an old school Gobo entry, using golems on the sides, wizards behind to cut in that side of the funnel, and then he's just going to jump his, whatever golems left at that point, but mostly heroes and bowlers into that base. Going to get a wall break in there first. Yeah, gets that first level wall break, so he's going to be able to jump all the way into the core of that base with all those bowlers and his heroes and a rage spell, and really take out a huge chunk of this base, including 2 air defenses, the enemy queen, the enemy CC. Just look at all the value he's getting from this. Wow. Looks like he had a heal in there too to keep those bowlers up, and another rage in the core of that base, so those bowlers and his queen can really get into that core and just get a ton of bowler bounces going on. Now he's using a blimp to address those last 2 air defenses, because remember, he did not bring any hounds in this composition. Looks like some of those loons are going to backtrack. I don't think they're quite going to... Oh, wow. That was clutch. That Max Loon going up there and taking down that air defense at the last moment. So now he's just got loons coming in, crawling through the rest of this base, minions behind to clean up, and he got such great value with that kill squad. There's just not much of this base left at all. He's only got 3 point defenses left that can even target loons, 2 archer towers, and Tesla, but he's got 2 back-end loons to take care of that Tesla. So there you go. Just like that, all the defenses in this base are gone. Really nice old school attack there. There just wasn't that much value from a Wrecker entry on this base, so he got really creative, entering it in from, kind of the Town Hall side of the base with an old school golem entry and just crushed this base. We don't see these kinds of attacks very often anymore, so it's always a treat when I get an example to show you guys, because that was beautifully done. That's not a usual attack. That's not an attack you're going to see every war. You're not even going to see that attack every 10 wars or 20 wars, so definitely wanted to show that one to you guys. Next one's going to be actually a hit that I did on number 14. So, self-promoting there, showing my own hits and recaps. But, I usually always have triples to show, and I don't always show them. So this is a really unique attack. I guess this is a newer attack. I guess Halo's been making some videos on it. He calls it the Go Ram. And basically, I'm bringing a Wrecker entry right into that single target Inferno, because his base had a small CC. I knew that. I knew I could get both heroes. He even had 2 of his Skelly traps at least set to air. So I knew I wanted to hog this base, but it's really difficult base to approach with those single target Infernos. So I heard about the attack that uses 3 freezes just to really charge straight into that single target Inferno and really walk your tanks and heroes straight into it, using 3 freezes to keep freezing it and get past it. And there you go. You see that that third freeze come down. Those second two freezes I was actually able to get the enemy CC and king with as well, so really good freeze value there. Gonna get both the heroes taken out, enemy CC taken out. I was honestly hoping to get my queen in there a little further and get these guys taken out as well, but it's gonna work out. I had 32 hogs left and 3 heals, and got a nice chunk of this base taken out. King goes outside and grabs another Tesla that had a giant bomb next to it, so that's nice. Kind of wish he would have broke through that wall, though, and got some of those splash damage buildings, but it still works out okay. Definitely planned this as a team. Golly helped me plan exactly where those heals should go and those hog drops should go, and that really helped out a lot, getting this base done with. So last 4 hogs coming in on that backside mortar, trying to get that Tesla taken care of and hopefully clearing any giant bomb locations there as well. And sure enough, they get that giant bomb cleared without hitting my main pack of hogs. Had that last heal down on that last section that contains those, the bomb tower, the whiz tower. And if you notice, there was a troll Tesla on the right. I did bring a loon to make sure to get that taken care of as well. So, you don't see the three freeze wrecker entries very often. Or at least I haven't seen it very often. Maybe you guys have seen it a bunch. I don't know. But it was definitely interesting enough to me. Definitely the first time I've done that attack. And I wanted to show it to you guys in the recap. So it was pretty cool. With that, let's go take a look at Sir Bacon. Had a Wrecker Lalo on number 26. I know I've already showed you some Wrecker Lalos, but this one was super technical. Very well done. This was actually a Lex Knows plan. Lex tried this base first, and he did very well, but he did not bring a heal for that multi-target Inferno. He thought he could get past it without healing through it, and just fell a little bit short. And Nicholas, Sir Bacon here, is going to do an excellent job of cleaning this up. You're going to see he's got 2 bowlers down at the start of this, and the idea was to bounce those 2 wizard towers. He does place them in the same spot, but for some reason on one side, the bowler decides to bounce the other direction. He is still going to get that wizard tower on a bounce. He's just got to wait for it to get through that elixir storage first. So on the bottom, he's got a baby dragon coming in that tanks for those 2 loons to come in and take out that archer tower. Then the 2 loons go over and take out the mortar as well. So some really, really nice, very technical funneling getting done here. You notice that bowler bounce on the left. Now that he finished off those other buildings, he is going to be able to bowler bounce that wizard tower as well before his loons have to come in and deal with it. So now that we've got that beautiful funnel established, we got the wrecker entry coming down with both heroes. Unfortunately, his king decides to walk all the way to the left since that wall wasn't broken yet and grab that mortar. That's okay. That's still going to work out just fine. You'll see why in a minute. Now that wrecker is locked on by the single, so it's going down pretty quick. He gets the rage down for the Valks. Valks break through. They're going to take on the enemy queen. They're going to take on the enemy CC. His queen go ahead and gets that single taken out. So we got some really, even though the king walked on the outside, he still got really good value from that wrecker entry there. Now look at his king down here on the left with pretty nice amount of health, tanking that wizard tower and that expo. So he's still going to try and run a hound across it to clear a red bomb, but the wizard tower is never even going to touch his loons. Neither is that expo because that king is tanking it. Worked out beautifully. So coming in with, hastening in those loons, getting that nice wide section of the base all targeted and taken care of. And he's going to have a heal that comes down really soon because remember, we talked about in some of my previous videos, these multi-target Infernos are really good at defending Lalo attacks. They have a lot longer range now, and they do more damage now, so they can really do a lot of work on a group of loons coming through. So you almost have to bring an extra heal or at least designate your heal for that area where they're coming into contact with those multi-target Infernos. So it's going to be kind of close. Definitely not an overpowering raid, but this was also a very well built base. It took us several tries, and Sir Bacon's able to come in here with this cleanup with a beautiful, some very technical funneling and some very technical Lalo on the back end as well. Just a really beautiful attack from start to finish to get this triple taken care of. Very nicely done, Nicholas. And now we're coming in to our last attack. I know this has been a really long recap, but there was a lot of really great attacks in here that I wanted to show, so I didn't want to short you guys. Now we got Hookie coming in on number 28 with a queen charge, Lalo attack. I found the queen charge, and I was like, man, I got to put that one in there too. I know the video's getting long, but so many good attacks to show. He's going to take advantage of the channels in this base to get his queen right in there. And look, it's kind of a scary walk because that single does reach outside that wall. but there's nothing set back in there far enough or close enough, depending on how you look at it, to cause his queen to step up into that range, except when she goes for that archer tower here shortly. She's going to be in that range very shortly, but she's going to step out of it pretty soon too. So gets the rage down to go ahead and deal with that enemy CC. Maybe just a partial lure there. I'm not 100% sure. Sure enough, going to get the rest of the CC coming out. Got a few Valks. Luckily, that poison is still in place to slow him down, and his queen is raged, so she's going to get through those just fine without popping her ability. Now he's got the king coming in the left side with some wizards as well, trying to get those wizards to pick off that archer tower while the king is tanking. They don't quite get through it, but they do get the funnel established, so the queen takes that little path in there to the channel. You notice he didn't have to bring any wall breakers for this because he's taking advantage of that channel that's already in the base. And look at the range on that single. It does not quite cover that channel. A little bit oversight on the build there. If it overlapped that channel a little bit, it would make that queen charge a lot more difficult. So does come into contact with the enemy queen finally, and really has this base carved out very nicely. Gets a sweeper taken out, so his loons are not going to have to fight a sweeper at all. The remaining sweeper is facing the opposite direction. Gonna get those max loons inside a blimp in the middle of that base. Unfortunately, he forgets to pop it. It's going to pop late. Doesn't really matter. Can you imagine if those max loons would have come out in that rage? Just how much this base would be gone already? Doesn't even matter. They are still coming in, and he's out of spells at this point, but, you know, the defender's also out of defenses at this point. Doesn't have any defenses that are going to take care of that big of a pack of loons that are left. So go ahead and times 4 through the rest of it. It is just cleanup now, but beautiful, beautiful queen charge. Excellent base identification from Hookie on this one. Seeing that channel, seeing that single range would not quite reach her, wouldn't quite reach her on the outside, and it wouldn't reach her in that channel either. So really good eye there. Perfect attack for this base design. With that, wow, we just went through 9 attacks. If you guys are still in here for the end of the video, you're the best. I appreciate you. I did have a lot of good attacks to show you, and this was a really good war versus Elite Gaming. Once again, good game to Elite Gaming. You guys brought it to us. You made us sweat. It was a very close war. It was everything you expect out of a CW invite war. Well fought on both sides. I hope you guys liked the recap, and I'll see you in the next video.
Nerf this!